For months, the debt ceiling made headlines. It ended with a deal signed into law that will last for 2 years. In an article, though, on thenation.com by James Galbraith, the professor at UT's LBJ school, he says, quote, next time just default, saying the problem with the debt deal is that it institutionalizes debt ceiling hostage taking. And the professor is joining us now. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
So you argue that the precedent is set and that the pattern will repeat. Can you explain that? How so?
Well, the extension to the debt ceiling lasts for 2 years, which means it will come up again in 2025, right after the next election. And in this scenario, will repeat. One side will make demands, and the other side eventually will capitulate to a certain number of them. So we're now having policy by debt ceiling crisis, and the fact is that the crisis is really it's a fiction. It's a charade. There is no such crisis. They simply let the ceiling expire. I doubt that very much would happen, but in any event, there are ways to deal with this that are consistent with the laws and the Constitution that would have completely diffused the situation. The administration didn't need to make those concessions. It only made them because it wanted the optics of a compromise solution.
Okay, and you talk about the optics. You say there are two reasons. This is a typical, quote, Washington scare story. What are those reasons?
Yes, it's a typical Washington scare story. We now live essentially in an era of what are called clickbait crises, where things happen because the media loves to have them because they attract attention. The politicians like them. It makes it look like they're doing something. And the effect is that, of course, in every one of these, somebody loses out. In this case, it was student borrowers, and it was food stamp recipients and others who were forced to take cuts that they wouldn't otherwise have had to take.
And what changes do you think would help really bring about economic and political reforms, possibly changing the U.S.'s position in really the world economy?
Well, I think our position is going to change because the situation facing the U.S. is simply not as favorable as it has been in the last 50 years. But on this issue, the most important thing is to stick to your guns, is to decide, and particularly if you're in the position that the president was in, you have a program. And the other side would have to back down. My basic view is that nothing much would happen. But even if I were wrong about that, within an hour or so of an actual problem, you can be sure that the leading bankers would be on the phone to the Congress and they would raise the ceiling, and that would have handed the White House an unqualified triumph rather than this kind of mushy compromise, which is simply going to cause the problem to resurface in 2 years' time.
Okay, Professor, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much.